What up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? It's your boy, CM to Go 5 Man, aka Big Trip Boss. You know what I'm saying? Got a good one for you this evening. Got a good one for you this evening. Uh, Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Follow me on all my social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Hit the cash app, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We got a good one for you today, man. Um, it's been coming out claiming that I saw a little video earlier today. Ray J was saying that somebody tried to unalive him, I guess. So we're gonna get on in that first and foremost and see what's going on with that. So let's get into it.
Ray J claims someone tried to take him out after sending a message to Jamal Bryant.
Nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit. Don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that interview. I don't care if you from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. I'm telling you right now.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem.
The next day,
niggas just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me, nigga. And you want me to apologize? Fuck you.
Stop crying. Tell little boys contributing
Hey,
and planting seeds to their dysfunction. Stop all that crying. Boys don't cry. And boys who don't cry end up being men who don't cry. When we have scriptural evidence that Jesus looked over the city, and when he looked over the city, Jesus wept.
let's see. Gonna go back to school.
Thanks for tuning in to 9mag TV.
Let me see if I can find one that's longer. I saw another one because when he was going, you know how Ray J, he just get all excited when he go to talking anyway. See what's going on over here. Yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that like, smash that like button, you know what I'm saying? Share the live, share the live. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, let me type that in. See what's going on over here. Let's start that jump today. I don't need all that. There we go. I hate when people just throw stuff out there. Let me see. I don't just want to show no anybody stuff.
There's a passion inside of you. At Miller Mott, we'll help you turn that passion into industry-specific skills. Our hands-on approach to education lets you learn by doing. Miller Mott College, where passion becomes skill.
Like, scoreboard on my bullshit like Jordan is. Up like an ornament, cash in the audience. Money bags on the way like I...
Rapper, YBN Namir, you and your homies are pushing 30. You're almost 30 years old. Why are man sleeping on bunk beds?
A little done. We got that little done. Look at this nigga. He act like a... Man,
I don't know what the fuck that is. This is probably why with the Pastor Bryant video, because he did an interview with him. He said he didn't want him to let the release that.
What exactly is going on with Brandy's brother? Yes, Ray J. Norwood, because he's taken to social media multiple times, one time threatening Pastor Jamal Bryant. You know, Pastor Jamal, a very popular pastor, and we've seen him on Real Housewives of Potomac, Giselle Bryant's ex-husband. And not only that, he's claiming someone tried to pow him and tried to take his life. What is going on with Ray J? It seems like every single day he's becoming more and more unhinged. Welcome back to the Kempire Channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So it was just a few months ago that, I don't know if you followed this story, but Ray J and Brandy seem to have a very public falling out. And when I say public, Ray J made it public. Ray J had threw some shade in regards to Monica, and he was talking about Brandy and Monica doing a tour together, which we all want.
Both of them, I think they can bring in a
Who opens up that show, though?
Huh?
Who opens that show?
I mean, of course, Monica would have to open it, right?
Yeah.
Have to open it?
See?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, because they would be
maybe you could do
co-headlining.
something different. Maybe you could do like a
Song to song. Somebody
then that's like
has
verses
to come
again.
out first.
Yeah, but that's not a, yeah.
RSVP.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was...
No.
No.
No chance.
Yeah, no. Look, Brandy ain't having that either. She
Yeah,
but the Brandy Monica tour, or the Monica Brandy tour, whichever one. My title is Brandy Monica tour.
Yeah.
But I think that.
Yeah, well, she would have to open. You know what I mean?
And tell them why.
Co-headlining.
But tell them why.
And they can't do song for song because that'll be a replica of the verses again. But no,
It'll break up their
$10.
But the way that Ray J tried to sell it and some of the snarky remarks that he made towards Monica led to Monica coming out and saying, "Keep my name out your mouth," which almost hurt the already very challenging relationship that Brandy and Monica have had over the years. You also know that Monica recently came out after they recently collaborated with Ariana Grande for their now Grammy-nominated remix to The Boy Is Mine. She said that project and Ariana bringing them together really healed a lot for them. But what was the real starting point, or maybe what reignited the beef between Brandy and Monica, not real beef, was Ray J. And look, Ray J went from being a child actor, everyone used to refer to him as Brandy's brother. he literally came out of her shadow in the last few years for a variety of different reasons. He had the S tape with Kim Kardashian, but then he went on to really have his own name for himself. He had a hit single, you remember, Sexy Can I? Then he went on to doing the Scooty bikes, Raycon. He had the headphones. He really made a name for himself. And yes, he started to make a name for himself in the reality TV space, his different investments. Recently sold his tech company for a lot of money. Now I'm wondering, did he sell it because he was being pushed out because of some of this unhinged behavior? Because I feel like Ray J's unhinged, unserious behavior has really gone from just, oh, that's just Ray J, don't take him seriously, to now unhinged, where he's gone to social media today and subsequently seems like he's threatening Pastor Jamal Bryant. So you know Pastor Jamal Bryant, not only is he a pastor, apparently he has like this podcast that he does now, and he does all these different interviews. Apparently there must have been some sort of interview with Ray J, and now Ray J doesn't want this interview out. Mind you, Ray J has done multiple interviews that you would think he would never want to see the light of day, and he's okay with. So it makes me wonder, what exactly did Ray J do in this particular interview to make him go to social media and threaten a pastor? I know it's Pastor Jamal Bryant, but he's still a pastor. So shout out to our friends over at the Shade Room. They write this in regards to Ray J's recent behavior. They said social media users are sharing reactions after Ray J alleged that he was almost powed and life taken. So on Tuesday, November 12th, Ray J took to his Instagram story to share a video with his more than 2.8 million followers. Additionally, the clip Ray uploaded with black and white and showed him speaking emphatically to the camera. And I'll show you a little bit of a clip from that video here.
Shopify Point of Sale makes it easy to start and grow your retail business. All backed by the world's most powerful commerce platform. Whether you're running a retail...
It's just tried to me and tried to kill me, nigga. And you want me to apologize, nigga? F you.
Honestly, at this particular point, we have no idea who he was referring to, but this came after him slamming Pastor Jamal Bryant for this interview. The Shade Room reminds us, they said prior to posting the video on his Instagram story, Ray J had seemingly taken to social media to share some words for Pastor Jamal Bryant. Ray seemingly alleged the pastor would get thrown off the pulpit if he aired an interview they recently sat down for.
Got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit. Don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that interview.
Dirty and illegal? Did you voluntarily sit down for an interview? And usually when we conduct interviews, guys, people aren't signing off on them. So it's not as if, there's a contract. Sometimes there are, depending, like especially if there's money being exchanged, but I never pay for an interview. So I'm trying to understand the illegality that he's referring to here.
I don't care if you're from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe.
So did Pastor Jamal Bryant call him out his name? Did he not feel safe with a pastor? He has done, you have to keep in mind, he has done The Breakfast Club. He's done all these other platforms. And he sat down with a pastor who maybe has tried to hold him accountable like some of these other platforms have not. So I wonder if that's why he's feeling maybe a little attacked. We'll see.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. We need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem. Yeah.
So Ray J took to the internet to threaten not just a person, but a pastor. And now it's fully documented. So if anything happens, Ray J, we have the evidence in front of us. This is why I say, for someone that seemed to have come out the shadow of his very successful sister, start his own business, do all kinds of things. No matter how you may judge what he's done with his career.
Let me see somebody else got something. Cause no disrespect to homie, but Kim Pie or whatever his name is. I ain't got time for all the hooligan, all the blah 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 bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I'll get down to the nitty gritty of this whole scenario. All right, let me go over here to Popcorn Planet. Shout out to Corn Planet. They have some good content. Make sure you smash that like button, share this live, please. Share the live, y'all. I appreciate it. Smash that like button, share, hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? What's that get up in there?
Button, check it out. It's a doozy. Those of you who were there, back me up. That was a pretty crazy show. Got a little wild. Some of you were like, I like the fun shows, not these crazy big ones. But I don't know. I think it was a good change of pace. So thanks to everybody who was there. They have been a lot of fun. And yeah, Kim didn't hold back either. It was definitely a show not to miss. Look, we're going to start in a second, but I know we got this started later than, so not a lot of you didn't get the notification. So it's why I'm sort of stalling a bit till we get to our topic. So if you're watching on the replay or click later, or you're like, why isn't he talking about it? This will all get trimmed later. Sorry, you just caught us. You can fast forward until you see the logo. Fast forward about 15 minutes or so in, and you'll see the topic. I do want to say, I want to say something exciting. I can't announce who yet, just because some of these people, you know, got to pin them down still. Until I have them on tape, I'm not going to confirm it. But I can tell you, the Rolodex has been going for a while, but we've now secured 4 so far. 4 really good gets. Like, I got so many gets now, I'm trying to schedule them out and space them out properly. But we are beginning to finally start getting some really good gets to get you guys on the show, to get more interviews like we did with Jaguar. It seems like the Jaguar one really sort of opened some doors since she's sort of approved in a way, not that she had to, but, you know, just sort of that she had a good time, was a fan. I think others took notice and wanted to get similar attention. So I'm excited, guys. You should get excited too. We got a lot of people on deck, a lot of people coming to tell you their stories. And my whole thing here is, look, I don't want to press people like always. Like, I got to ask the questions, right? I got to be fair. But I want them to tell their stories and have you guys make your own opinions. Yeah, and sometimes I'll get involved a little bit more, maybe or not, just to sort of make sure somebody's pushing a little bit. And legally, I got to do from time to time. But I'm hoping to get more of these people you're seeing out there. And I can tell you, some of the people we're going to talk about today are currently in talks with us to get on the show and be on the channel. So a lot of exciting stuff is happening. I'm not just teasing that to tease that. Some real big names in this case, and in this story, I guess is the better way to say it, are taking Popcorn Planet seriously, and they're coming. And I want to continue to do that sort of interview. My goal is to sort of continue that ongoing, so you're going to keep getting more and more people involved in this, rather than just report about it. Let's get them in and talk to them directly. The fact that we now have gotten big enough, and with your support, we can do that, is mind-blowing. It's awesome. But sometimes I forget, yeah, we're pretty popular. we're doing a pretty good job. People like us. When Jaguar was saying, I was a subscriber, I promise that everyone, all my haters think I have this big head and things. I just don't even consider that people watch and like and subscribe to that level, like to the level.
Come on, man. Let's get to the point.
there's a lot of serious accusations, names being thrown out. A lot is getting exposed. Okay. Now, Ray J's not necessarily doing that. Ray J's going after Diddy's kids. They're go out there and tell folks you want to see him on here. And okay, let's get into today's topic. Let me just make sure. I think Lewis was gonna join. If he is, if not, it's just me today. I can handle it. I think we can handle it. We're gonna do an Andy show. I love a good Andy show. Okay, we are good. We are live. Thank you for bearing with me. Just verifying my last to do. Okay, we got this. All right, so guys, there's a bunch of new information coming. Lots of stuff coming in. Lots of stuff coming in. This is the most recent wild one, which we honestly can't find anything else to confirm it. But Ray J of Kim and Ray J fame claims someone yipped at him. Now, I want to start with this because there's a lot of serious accusations, names being thrown out. A lot is getting exposed, okay? Now, Ray J's not necessarily doing that. Ray J's going after Diddy's kids. They're having some beef, allegedly, at these clubs. It was Chris Brown who tried to stop it. My point is, this is scary to me because I hope I'm wrong, and I'm worried. Certain people in this case, Diddy, witnesses, accusers, whatever, I'm worried this kind of stuff could keep happening. Like, this topic is intense, and as we've started talking and getting in more of these people, I'm realizing more and more, like, it's dangerous. Like, it's starting to get a little dangerous. Like, I'm not just doing that to say that. Like, I don't feel like we're crossing any lines or in that territory yet, but I think some of these people who are out there talking some of these people that are out there naming names and putting people out there are putting themselves at risk. And look, part of me applauds them if they're telling the truth, outing these monsters. I mean, right? Like all day long. But that comes with risk. Because these people are powerful. These people are scared. These people are freaking out. Celebrities, presidents, I've heard now. More accusations coming in. It's nuts out there. It is absolutely nuts out there. So this doesn't surprise me, is what's scary about this. Like, when I see this, I'm like, yeah, honestly, I'm shocked we're not getting more of this, like, attempts. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, this story is wild. This story is exposing the powerful people who are hoping to get away with it all. And for some reason, somehow this case has managed to get through. And on top of that, actually, Diddy isn't just getting a slap on the wrist. He's in prison still without bail, which is allowing others to come forward and share their stories. All of this is really good news to get to the truth, right? People are no longer scared of this guy, which they were for the longest time. But with that comes a lot of danger. And so, look, we got to be careful. We are going to continue to be careful. I got to fix my autofocus next time I get a chance. I don't think I can do it while we're live, so sorry if it's in and out. I'll go a little tighter there so you have something else to look at if it is. This is concerning. I can't deny it. On top of that, today we're also going to talk about this one. This one came in from Tiana Wallace. I guess we're in talks with Tiana. Stay tuned. I guess I'll tell you that. It's not, we're in talks. We're making it happen. I hope. She seems down, so stay tuned. She's one of the four. And this is one I've heard before. She was on Soft White Underbelly, and she seems quite believable to me. She sort of stumbled into it. She sort of brought it in accidentally through that other series. More and more sort of come out. Now she reiterates a little bit of what she's already sort of put out there, but TMZ's obviously blowing it up. And yeah, it's not good. We're going to watch that clip as well. We're going to talk about what that means, which is terrifying, disgusting, all that jazz. But on top of that, on top of her story, which we're going to go back, there's also a new lawsuit with an alleged New York City car chase that dropped that a lot of you missed. So we're going to break that down as well. So those are going to be our main stories I'm going to go through in the next 45 for the main of the show for today's show. But a lot of stuff is happening out there. A lot of stuff is happening out there. A lot of accusations and things coming forward, and we are doing our best to cover it. We are keeping you posted. There's another witness out there saying things. All I will say on that one is stay tuned. Stay tuned. We were going to cover that separately, but stay tuned is all I can say. But a lot of these people coming forward, we got to hear them all out. It doesn't mean everything's 100% the truth, but I do think we got to hear it all out. That's our job. Hear it. Let's hear it.
And make sure y'all smash that like button,
Let's see if we
man.
can verify it through
Share
other
the
methods,
live.
et
Share the
cetera.
live. Smash the like button.
But that's all we can do right now is, yeah, sorry, Lewis is
Like
starting.
27 people in. Share the live. Share the live.
I'm waiting for him. Okay. We got to hear all these people out. We got to do that at least. Diddy does have his right in court. I know everyone hates when I say that, but he does. It's imperative that we do that. But that's where we are standing. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Okay, we got to the 15-minute mark. That's my always sort of cut off to sort of make sure people are in. Let's get to today's top stories. Lewis may be joining us as we start, but I do because I do have a hard out today. So let's try to get to it and let's get into these pieces. Watch the clips and I'll show you my opinions. But here we go. Let's do this. Shots fired at Ray J? What? I gotta do that. Take two. Take two. I don't know how do I say this? This what gave me the thing because this is gonna get clipped. I don't know how to say this. Okay, I think I got it. Here we go. Shots fired at Ray J. Plus, what was at Diddy freak off parties? And did you hear about the Diddy car cheese? Car cheese? The car cheese? Did you hear about it? I'm keeping that in. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. I just had to get through that. There's a lot to talk about today, including the car cheese. I mean, car chase. It's a car chase. It's crazy. We're going to go through that. But first, I want to start here with today's main topic, which is this allegation coming in from Ray J. Ray J saying someone shot at him? What is this? Here it is. Here's the clip coming in. It's quick and dirty, but here's what he's saying.
Just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me, and you want me to apologize? Fuck you. Just tried to shoot me.
You know what? I realized I can't start there. I got to wait at least a minute before he says those bad words. Take two. Here we go. Ah, shit. Ray J got shot at, plus what was that Diddy freak off parties? And oh my goodness, have you guys heard about the latest car chase Diddy did? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Welcome to the Popcorn Podcast. These are now going to be a little longer. We're actually going to go through more stories. Those will always stay here after. Try to keep it about 45 minutes. Our Tuesday, Thursday shows always go about a couple hours. But this is going to become a podcast that we are also working on getting online to Spotify.
To the news.
It was a grown party. Asked repeatedly to clarify what she meant. She stresses she has, but it adds to the danger quality, the fact that S is getting real. And it's getting real because now we got women from these parties allegedly from these parties, these freak-offs, coming forward and starting to acknowledge and admit some really troubling things. Now, this comes in from TMZ's, I guess, latest documentary, but here is a clip. This is Tiana Wallace, who I can also say we are currently in talks with to get on the channel, so stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe. I'm telling you, a lot of people involved in this case are starting to come on the channel. Thanks to Jaguar, who sort of made it. I think a lot of people saw her on and thought, oh, I want to do that. That was a good interview. So we're working our best. We got a lot of exciting people coming forward. But let's hear what Tiana is saying. Tania, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Let's hear what she's saying here to Harvey as part of this new documentary.
My name is Tania Wallace. I am a singer-songwriter, and I was at one of I believe to be one of P. Diddy's freak-offs. 2018, I went to this freak-off. I looked to the right of me, and in the corner, I'm looking like, are those midgets? Because people were it's people over them, like it's people trying to hide what they're doing. They're all huddled up. So I'm like, what is that? But no, they weren't. They were little people. And, I don't want to say too much. They were little people.
She's being careful, and you're going to see why in a second.
So, use your common sense. Dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies, red lipstick, looking like real sexy, revealing like cute. So I'm like, what the hell?
What were the little people doing?
Getting covered up, trying to cover up what they were doing. Just, I don't know, like being admired, being hid, something. But it's like, what are they doing here? Because this is a grown party.
Are you talking about adults who are little people, or are you talking about minors?
It's crazy.
Am I gonna get in trouble? I don't want to say I witnessed any of that crazy stuff, but we all have common sense.
So
little people that's not supposed to be there.
Okay, we're gonna stop it right there for a second. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Man, hey, y'all got y'all some of that drip sportwear, man. Y'all got to get y'all some of that drip sportwear, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real good, nice. I'm talking about nice gear. You know what I'm saying? And you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Right, straight off my website. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna show y'all some of the new drip sport hoodies. You know, get some of this drip sport hoodie. Just give me a second. Share that with y'all. So right here, one right here. I'm uploading the shirt too. If it'll let me upload it, it might not let me upload it. Well, how about I go right here to this? I'm gonna just go right here. Cancel that. I'm gonna do it like this right here. Cancel that out. Share it from the website. I need to get you some of this drip sport, man. You know what I'm saying? The drip sport empire. What we got going on over here. You know what I mean? So we got 30%, 38% off. This is like universal, you know what I'm saying? It's a unisex, I mean, men and women. You know what I'm saying? As you can see right there, got the drip sport logo on, got different flavors, different, you know what I'm saying? Different colors. Men and women. 35, we got them on sale for $35.48. All you gotta do is, you know what I'm saying, DM me, we can send it right to your front door, mail it right to your front door. Or you can go straight to the website and order it. So let me show you. This is just something what we got going on. The new drip. Got an ivory color to it, you know what I'm saying? Look up close as you can see. Drip sport. Different colors on going. We got some, even got some for the little kids, you know what I'm saying? You know, I said I'm gonna take a minute and show off some of the new sportswear. As you can see on the hoodie, different colors. Got lighter colors. Oh, let me go back. Man, that's on my list right there. Got those out there too. You know what I'm saying? $35.48, guys. You know, these are really nice price. And like I said, these are unisex, so men and women can wear them. It's getting cold. It gets to that point, you know, it's getting cold out here in these streets. You know, so I thought I want to come in and just show y'all a little bit what the new. We got the pink, peach looking color. That's a butter, it's called butter, but you know, it's really nice. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is the Drip Sport, the new edition, you know, the hoodies, you know. So give you a little close up on it, what it look like. Really nice. Really nice hoodie. So y'all get it while you can, man. Get it while you can, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back to our main event pretty much. Back to the main topic at hand. Now, let's get back into it.
You're talking about underage people.
It's a shame.
Now, why isn't she just? Why she admitted it? Because then she could be complicit to being there, right? But the reality is, I've heard the full interview. She did this on Soft White Underbelly, who Trump beat TMZ to it. They're now trying to, you know, monetize it like crazy. But in that full story, I shared that story before. She talked about this. Here's an example of sort of what that is. It's sort of like an attempt to like dress up to make it seem like, oh, that's not what they are, but she's trying to make it clear like that's what they were. They're dressed up to look like they're cosplayed, but the reality is, you use your common sense. She's saying she clearly didn't want to say it out loud. It's like she was on YouTube, like we are, like not we can't say it out loud, but read between the lines. They were hot up, no, but no, they were like little people dressed up like these Barbies, red lipstick looking. So she was invited to this party by a Saudi prince who flew her from LA, admitted she couldn't see exactly what the minors and adults were doing, but she was alarmed because it was a grown party. Asked repeatedly to clarify what she meant. She stresses she didn't want to get in trouble and that they weren't supposed to be there. It's a shame. Now, this all happened here in this bigger interview. This, again, like I told you, you can look up Soft White Underbelly to see her sort of first interview, and I hope to get her on so we can get a little bit more specific. But yeah, in there, she talks about this prince that sort of brought her in there. Look, she didn't want to be in the room, from what I gathered in both interviews and parts she did. She didn't really want to be there. She kept getting invited into the room, like the special room that you needed special heels for, I think it was. Like if you put on a special pair of shoes, you had access to go into the big house. And once she got in the big house, she alleges that's when all the freak off stuff was actually happening. I knew it wasn't going to seem true. It was too much. It was just too crazy. People were going to think it was just I was lying. But now more have come forward. That's made her sort of speak out more. It was a well-connected Arabian prince who invited her to go to this party. When she arrived, a security guard patted the guests down, and the mobile phones were taken and locked in a case. Guests were supposedly confined to an area outside the star's mansion. You have the pool, and they're playing loud music, house music. Makes you feel kind of woozy because it's like a rave or something. Everybody was walking around drunk till it's like 7 a.m. So the sun's coming up and people are walking around without their clothes. They're in the pool skinny dipping. They're drinking mimosas. Waitress is walking around giving people drinks. Like the party never ends apparently with Diddy. One guest was walking around recruiting attendees for an elite party within the party, handing out pairs of slippers to people she claims were chosen to be in the main building. Tania was reluctant to accept the invite because she didn't want to leave her friends. She went on, "I'm a good, loyal friend. I'm not going to go inside where they said my friend can't go." So we're walking around, us mingling. P. Diddy was with the prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but it was something very actual. A few moments later, Diddy himself came up to her and asked why she hadn't accepted the invite to go into the inner party. She ended up chatting with him for a few at a planned trip to Cuba. Then the person that he was dating at the time, I'm not going to say her name, we all know it was, she came and wanted to know what he was doing because he was talking to me for too long. She came to like rub his shoulders and he just pushed her. I guess we're assuming that's about Cassie. Feeling awkward, she walked away from the couple and instead decided to investigate the mysterious inner party. She was shocked. I don't judge people, but when people are out of their mind, when people are out of their mind, I'm seeing that stuff you see in the movies. I'm thinking like Eyes Wide Shut type of party. This corner, they're doing this. This corner, they're doing that. This corner, they're having X. I saw one person laid out. She describes feeling increasingly nervous and paranoid, adding, "I just felt like I was going to get trafficked or substanced or something." She quickly decided to leave, claiming it was then she realized she had not been invited to get her breakthrough in show business at all, but for something much darker. She felt like she was selling her soul to attend the party. So that's the gist. She went back and gave a bit more details where she talked about these dolls. This isn't breaking news for TMZ's sake, but she referenced the fact and sort of alluded to it. She still really never said it out loud that these were, kids, but she sure is implying it pretty heavily. And it's pretty damn disturbing, if you ask me, that this is even being considered. Why is he dressing him up like that? I don't get it. I mean, I get it because he's effed up if this is all true, but I keep having to say that for legal purposes. But the fact that he's like parading these kids around in these Barbie outfits to sort of attempt to make them look more like cosplayed people, to sort of get away with the little people, is so effed up. It's so effed up. It's terrifying. I don't get how more people aren't exposing this. At the same time, I kind of totally get it because they're all involved in these parties that had these Harajuku Barbies. So anybody who's there immediately is complicit because they're like, they were either drunk out of their mind, not paying attention, or they were into it, which is what's so troubling about all this. And that's why a lot of these people, celebrities and so on, don't want to come forward because they're complicit. You can just tell from this girl, she's so nervous to even tell Harvey Levin. Like, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, she's making it clear, like, I was just going to look around. I wasn't partaking. And I was just freaked out, and immediately I got out as quick as I could. But there were people in there who clearly were enjoying the fact that these people, little people, we'll call them little people, but you know what they are. The fact that these little people were being paraded around and cosplayed with, and the fact that she was only in there for a moment, right? If she had stuck around, what else would have happened to those little people? I don't know. Now, Diddy's attorneys wrote out, and they're not writing back to everybody, mind you, so it's interesting, but they did come out this to say, Ms. Tania Wallace has no credibility and her claims about freak-offs and minors are completely categorically false. As we've said before, Mr. Combs cannot respond to every new publicity stunt. Even in response to claims that are facetiously ridiculous, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail, that the accusations against Mr. Combs are pure fiction. Look, he has that right. He does have the right to defend himself in a court, but my God, there's a lot of this. And there's a lot of now repeating and repeating. Granted, they need to come with the proof, right? They need to come with the proof or seem like credible witnesses, and we'll see as that goes. But I got to say, of all the people so far, she seems pretty damn believable to me. The story's pretty well told, makes sense, and she's not even suing or anything. She's just expressing what happened. She came there with a Prince guest. She didn't sign an NDA, it sounds like, and she was freaked out. And she wasn't hired to be there like others. She was a witness, and that's scary, man. Super, super duper scary. It freaks me out, man. That's one of those things I can't forgive. If there are people in there partaking in that kind of behavior, well, then shame on them. Lewis, are you there, my man?
Yeah, what's up, Popcorn Planet?
What's up, Lewis? Hold on, let me make sure we can see Lewis real quick. Lewis is coming in. Lewis, we're talking about this story, and it's just getting more and more troubling by the minute to hear that these little people, but you can read between the lines as to what the little people are, dressed up as these Harajuku, sorry, I don't know how to say it, Barbies. Sort of like cosplaying them to sort of get this excuse. I mean, if that's true, man, this guy needs to burn alive, no?
Well, I want to, let's state that's all allegations right now, man. But we're working on, this is getting crazy. But Andy, how many of these are there going to be? This has just started, right? Like every day there's 2 or 3.
That's the point. It's like the lawyer's saying it like, oh, it's, this is all, they're all lying. They're all not telling the truth. But there comes a point where it's like, this isn't even just like a couple. This is a lot of people putting their name on the line, lawsuits, etc., defamation's sake. There's money behind this. So it's like, it's a risky thing to make these kind of accusations. You know what I'm saying, Lewis? So it's hard to just assume they're all lying, right? Which is what he's trying to say. It's a witch hunt.
Let's say it's all defamation, right? You're gonna go after 1,000 people. I mean, I'm just trying to look at it all ways. It's crazy, man. Earlier today, I was talking to you about one witness that came forward, and then this lady I didn't even see, or did I see her? I mean, there's like 3 a day, man. It's nuts. Now we get the Ray J accusation and everything. And look, I will say this: musicians do interact with more people than Harvey Weinstein, for example, who was in a bubble, Hollywood bubble. So his victims were more celebrity status and probably less people. But as far as like internationally well-known rap artist, musician that travels the world, interacted with thousands of people, especially during a 30-year, 30 years of this allegedly happening. So yeah, this is just, this is crazy, man. He's probably bankrupt already. I don't know how you could sustain this kind of defense.
Yeah, it's gonna get intense. It's gonna get wild, and more of these people coming forward definitely are not helping his case. Now, there's another one that's come out, Lewis. I want to break in this too, as we're still in our main topic. But this new lawsuit over an alleged New York City car chase. I want to play this clip in here from News Nation. We'll start and stop, but here's some info coming directly from them.
In the morning, and his bodyguard pulls his sports car and runs me off the road. So now I'm on an island, the trooper, and we get out of the vehicle. Lance gets out of the vehicle, but that's the moment we realized he was not alone. It was not just Puffy and bodyguard. There were 4 other cars. They were loaded with guys. The next thing I hear is pop, pop, and then Lance says, gun, gun, and it's all going down at the same time. And for the life of me, how I got teleported out of that situation, I don't know. But I jump back in my truck. Lance jumps back in the truck. I jump over the island. Now it's a hasty car chase. I'm on sidewalks. I'm going down one-ways. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. There's not a lot of traffic, but the traffic that was there, I was able to basically escape this guy and his goons. That's what happened that night.
It's an incredible account, and it's very detailed as well. So I'm assuming that you've included all of these details in the lawsuit. The only question I have for you, DeWitt, is that the statute of limitations on assault is usually about a year. How are you going to get past the fact that this is decades now?
Well, the way to bring a case into court past the statute of limitations, if you're not SA'd, sexually assaulted with the New York state laws, is new evidence. And as of recent, a few months ago, I'm in touch with, there were 2 people with me in the truck, by the way, and I have not had contact with them. But recently I was in touch with Lance Calfee. Lance Calfee was my security in the truck at the time. And so we've all been intimidated, quite frankly, by Puffy and his money, and his name changes and all of his his goons and security and his fan base. And so, two things. Number one, I got back in touch with Lance. He gave full testimony to the event that night. He's never given full testimony. Number two, as I said, not just me, but many people have been intimidated by this guy's power and influence and his money. And not for nothing, but he could wipe me out in no time, with that much power. So I was afraid, to be honest with you. But ever since he's been locked up now we have the federal government on our side. We feel protected. We're no longer afraid. And I speak for all the victims, whether it's Cassie or Natanya Rubin or who got shot in the face by him or any of Diddy's victims. I'm here to speak out for them. So in terms of not coming forth, I just feel safe now to come forth and tell my story. And that's really what it is, just standing on my truth.
Well, DeWitt, I'm really appreciative that you came on to talk to us exclusively about this. I hope you keep us posted on the status of the case. Will you do that?
Yes, and Ashley, not for nothing, but, there are a lot of people at his parties. And some of the most influential people that we've seen on tape have been Kim Kardashian, have been Al Sharpton, have been T.D. Jakes. All of those people, including Ellen, have all been quiet. It's quiet, even since Cassie's beatdown. But they're not speaking out now. They're not speaking out when, she was beaten up on CNN, for God's sakes. They're not speaking up. Everybody's hush. We have to decide if we're going to choose evil side, or the good or the evil side. And for me, there's only the good side. So make up your minds, guys. Make up your minds. What are you going to do? You're going to stay quiet or you're going to speak up? This guy is a menace to society.
Well, DeWitt,
Wow.
I think you're going to start seeing a lot of people who will speak up. Certainly.
What do you think, Lewis?
Wow,
Speak it
that
up,
guy,
man.
that guy, he sounds believable. I wasn't there, but geez, he's making a lot of great points now. People are stepping forward because the federal government's on their side, the victim side, the alleged victim side, and there's it just strength in numbers. There's 120 people coming forward with one law firm, and then more and more. Man, now we hear of this car cheese, like you said earlier. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. This guy sounds legit to me. What does everyone think in the comments?
It's crazy the more and more things that come out. Now it's a car chase. Now it's like everything, right? It's like this guy has been accused of everything across the sun. And look, I don't know what to believe. I can't just believe everything, Lewis. We got to hear each story as they come in. But this man is Diddy, is what I'm referring to, is shady, man. So what's wild to me is I go back even to this. I'm trying to get the like Diddy's lawyer's response right here, talking about like it's all fake, it's all false, it's all publicity stunts. Every new publicity stunt, like. I might have been more willing to accept that and even believe it to an extent if he didn't already do that to Cassie. Do you know what I mean, Lewis? The fact that he was out there labeling Cassie as pretty much the same thing as a lying clout chaser, like his credibility is gone, absolutely gone. And so how does he come back from that in your opinion? Is there even a way to at this point now that he's fighting for his life?
No, the Cassie thing's already sealed, but I think it's fair game to go after all the celebrities that are so preachy nowadays. Like they are quiet. By the way, this story you played by that young lady earlier, it's disgusting, man. Okay,
I'm gonna go see to another. I'll stand that right there. Hold on a second. My thing is, man, this whole Diddy situation, it's getting way, way out of hand to the point where so many people coming out. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. We're gonna share this here. Yeah, it's getting really deep, guys.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, buenos dias. Welcome back to RQ Daily. Apologies for my absence yesterday. I was just not a well boy, but we're feeling great today. And I never got a chance to catch the interview, all of it yesterday. I was in and out of the side chat, making sure everything was going as it should, as you do. And I'm very much looking forward to jumping into that. Well, it's only about an hour long. I thought it was going to be 2 hours, but it's an hour long, the part we're going to watch, even less, 45 minutes. Very excited about that. Tonight, you lucky little scamps, we have got, wait a second, because I didn't have this ready. You lucky little scamp. No, that's us live right now. That's not what we're looking for.
Exactly.
Well, we're not even on the right YouTube channel. That's why I can't find it.
I am doing better.
Good. Yeah, it's been it's been a Jeremy coughing fest around the Letitia Casa the last week or so. You know,
all these ladies coming out, guys. It's so many victims. It's so many victims. It's slow. 1 second, guys.
the last week or so. You know, so yeah, I hope we all start feeling a bit better soon. Now, what's your take on? Have you watched any of the content with Beverly Rhodes that we've done with Letitia?
No, but I did watch the Ariel.
Oh yeah, the Adria. This is the one we were watching today. No,
Okay.
Oh, this is the one we're watching today, because I never got to see this yesterday.
Yeah.
And luckily, I thought it was a 2-hour long video, and I was like, "Oh man, we're only going to get half of it, and then we're going to have to do the other half tomorrow." But something's going to be popping off tonight that we're probably going to watch tomorrow, and it's a mess. So we're going to watch this about 45 minutes long. We've got about another 10 minutes till we start that, and before we do, we're just like I say if any of you are interested, like I say, go and check out the Beverly Rhodes content.
We'll go ahead and get into it. He's saying 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and get it to the video where we can watch it. Well, you guys can watch it because I already saw it. I just want to show you guys.
Our house, she was like, boom, boom, the bullet hit me here. It went through here. I don't even.
What is the video? I don't want to see them just talking. I want to see the actual video.
That these people aren't anything more than spawns of the Antichrist. She ain't ever going to get it. Doesn't mean she's not a lovely, adorable.
Forms and surveys like this?
I'm not going to get it.
She's awesome. Okay, but one day she will have a rude awakening. One day Ron will present her with information that registers in her head, and then she can come on and she can tell us all how, you know.
You know what? I'm just gonna go to the actual video myself. See, can I find the actual video myself? Because it's just taking too long. With the aerial girl. Because it's taking too long, guys. Close this off. Okay. Now I'm gonna find the video. I'm gonna bring it back up. Just give me 1 second. We'll bring it back up. I got like 50 people in here right now. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's load it back up. Once we get it loaded back up, we're gonna put it back on the screen. Now I'm still guys. All right, we'll go through it right here. Check out the index, see what they're talking about.
Wrinkles in your workflow? Smooth them out with a more powerful lead capture form.
Months ago, you were singing his praises. All that he's done for the culture. And how you gotta be crazy like Diddy to make it. Then you didn't want to sit next to him at the Grammys. Told everybody that he had cooties. And canceled the Rock Nation brunch, which is your favorite event. Because that's how you line up who you gonna move around next year. Like y'all did with Clarence Avant.
This whole situation is quite interesting because on the surface, Jay-Z seems like everything he claims to be. However, those that have worked with him have often brought up that he's actually quite predatory in his dealings and relationships. Aaliyah and Jay-Z had dated briefly, but things didn't really take off between them. Later, she had a long-term relationship with Dame Dash, which reportedly stirred up tension. Some might say Dame also crossed a line by dating Aaliyah right after Jay. Jaguar Wright also brought up how he tried to profit from Biggie's death.
It's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both Leah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of the both worlds, best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
That swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
Yeah, we know why.
You know what? I got a better question.
Yeah.
How valuable is a Biggie Smalls verse?
Yeah.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. And Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. Am I wrong? Does anybody disagree with me?
No, that's facts.
So then what the happened to the commission? What happened to that album?
Right.
It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy.
Jay-Z felt that Dame misused his influence. Although Jay had substantial power and sway, he maintained a lower profile and was rarely present at the Rockefeller offices.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was f***ing the girl that didn't want you.
Oh. Let the church say amen.
I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you moved this around and out of Rockefeller so tough and then just moved right over to Def Jam. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now, that bullshit record. From the Austin Powers was some of the worst ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and you know, kind of think it's crazy right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame. And Aaliyah's gone, and, you know, You have to start asking yourself questions after being in this business for this long. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfuckers keep getting?
Right.
Is it really a conspiracy if the same person keeps benefiting off the same kind of tragedy over and over and over again?
Leor Cohen allegedly pitted Jay and Dame against each other. Jay has even admitted this, noting that he's since distanced himself from Cohen. Dame, on the other hand, was reportedly trying to protect Rockefeller's interests. As things soured, Jay allegedly blacklisted Dame in the industry, a scenario that Jay himself would later experience with other execs.
What do you think about Damon Dash selling his Rockefeller piece?
I think he didn't have a choice. And I think the feds want their money any which way they can get it. And I don't think Dame Dash is gonna make $1 off of that deal.
I mean, he's given a third of reasonable doubt.
No, you gotta understand this should be a lot more than that.
Yeah, it should be.
And guess what? He deserves a much bigger share for that album because he's the one that put up all the cash. You wanna know what's funny? Why ain't he claiming what he paid for? Maybe because he can't say how he paid for it. Everything that Dame Dash did for that company, he did to bring his people forward. And while he was bringing it in with a wheelbarrow through the front door, Jay-Z was throwing it out. And by the time he stopped
dirty shit, boy,
to count up everything he brought in that wheelbarrow, he didn't find out that Jay-Z had already shoveled it all out the back door before he got a chance to sit down.
So really the question is, how long before Jay-Z is arrested? That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.
Diddy adopted a right child. What's your last name? What's your other last name?
On a little girl named Ava Grace Baldwin.
Y'all can't see this is trafficking?
She was just 6 years old.
Y'all, let me say this. Where is that little girl at? Ain't nobody heard from that little girl since Diddy got locked up. Nobody hasn't heard anything from that little girl at all. Like, not through the media, nothing. They ain't been posting nothing with her. Them kids and his kids haven't been posting anything with her or anything. What do y'all think that little girl is? Jump down in the comment and tell me what y'all think. You dig what I'm saying? Because it just so happened to don't got to a point now where it really makes you think, was he about to the TR word, the TRF word, the kid? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Smash that like button, y'all. Share it.
When she was reported missing from her elementary school in Texas.
The tooth fairy will come and get it.
Yes, it's breaking news.
On the streets. And then Papa comes.
A white girl off the streets and adopting her and calling her his own.
The indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims.
Saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside.
Is Diddy's adopted child the missing Ava Baldwin? Their age progression lines up with the same facial structure and how she was on the streets. But could there really be any truth to this? People are concerned, and Ava's safety is at the center of it all. Let's dive deep into this shocking connection and see what we uncovered.
Very, very young. So she is, in fact, his adopted daughter. Some are saying this woman in the background here is her mother.
but nothing is confirmed. You can see she's been with him in interviews, hanging out with Diddy's daughters.
So who is Ava Baldwin? David Hopper saw his daughter, Ava Grace Baldwin, barely 6 years old last time. 8 years have gone by now, and Hopper suspects Ava's mother, Catherine Baldwin, could have taken away her and concealed her all this time. He worries Ava could not even be aware she classifies as a missing person.
She was seen everywhere with Diddy's daughter. And here's a few more. So it shows that, yes, indeed, they spent time together and they grew up together. This is, in fact, their sister and Diddy's adopted daughter.
How I binge hours on Twitch without a single ad. Meet Pi, the ad blocker that actually works on Twitch, aka every user's dream. I can watch my favorite streamers without being bombarded with ads every few minutes. It's seriously been a game changer. Plus, you can use Pi to block ads on.
So the little girl missing or what? Do anybody know?
Drove Hopper to start an 8-year search for his daughter. Keep watching, because this next revelation could turn everything upside down. Could Diddy's adopted child actually be the missing Ava Baldwin?
However, I found a video that is so suspect.
I am a great father, but I'm sleeping with the girl. Tell me, who do you have a crush on? Tell Daddy the truth.
Hopper recalls getting the September 2015 call from Ava's school. Learning Ava had missed 21 days, he quickly called San Antonio police to report a missing person. Officers found, shockingly, that the address Ava and Catherine had on file was an empty lot. The timeline is intriguing. 2015 aligns with the age Diddy's adopted daughter would be now, 15. With the same name, age, and a history of living on the streets, it raises serious questions about a potential connection between the two cases.
Okay. All right, okay, he just helping out a nice little white girl that needed some, a family, okay?
Another girl probably gone.
Okay, come on, y'all. Y'all smarter than this. Y'all smarter than this.
But there's more to the story of Ava that lines up. Hopper and Catherine's relationship had been unstable. The two married briefly.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, man. Now, y'all already know that little girl probably is somewhere where she ain't got no business to be, or it could be worse. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because if she was that age back then, so she probably like 15 to 16 years old now, and they still haven't found her. Come on, bro. What's the play? What's really going on? Y'all know, I'm telling you. I just watched the episode of what was it, Lioness. I don't know if anybody been watching that show, but they did an episode this week. This past week, spoiler alert, last Sunday, and they did a part on trafficking. So I'm not gonna tell y'all about it, but just go check out the new show with what the girl name, Zoe. What her name is? I think it's Zoe Sala, whatever her name is. She's a great actress. She played in Colombiana. Her. But they got a show on it comes out every Sunday, and it's called Lioness. Morgan Freeman's in there. And a couple more people in there, but it's very good military type, like CIA type deal, man. It's a really good show and everything, and it tells you pretty much everything what's really, really going on out here in this world. So just go check that out, and y'all can, they just did a recent series on it on Sunday. I watched it. It was so good, man. Like, I'm waiting on the next episode, which will be this weekend. But anyway, I'm just saying, this kid, ain't no telling where she's at. I'm just saying, keeping it a buck.
Briefly, and Ava was born not long after their 34-day marriage. Living in central Oklahoma, while Catherine and Ava were in San Antonio, Hopper battled to keep regular touch with his daughter. Hopper's attempts to obtain custody were repeatedly rejected, even though he hired 5 lawyers and paid over $45,000 in court expenses in Texas and Oklahoma. Hopper claims that Catherine's life grew more unpredictable as she reportedly slept in shelters, moved around, and had unsteady relationships.
If you're still not convinced that's her, here's a picture of her that her parents took. It's one of the last photos. Now, take note of her long forehead, her shortened chin, The jaw structure, the teeth, the eyebrows, the eyes, the eye color, the cheekbones, and ears. And she just also happens to be the exact right age.
First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be.
Once Hopper received a video of Catherine that we can't mention here. Child Services contacted Hopper. Hopper was only given partial custody in spite of this, therefore restricting his contact with Ava to summers and holidays. Hopper said Ava was the perfect little girl and clearly remembers the moment she discovered he was her father. She was in wonder, he said. She had no idea her dad existed. I stayed a secret from her. According to Hopper's sister, Tina Fulbright, Catherine, also referred to as Katie, was notorious for her erratic behaviors. She would move to another county after getting into trouble in one, Fulbright recounted. Erratic behavior from parents can significantly contribute to increased shyness and anxiety in children, as the instability often breeds insecurity and fear. Diddy's daughter, Ava, exhibits clear signs of this. There's an undeniable sense that something is off.
There's somebody out there that knows where she's at. Katie did not get out of San Antonio by herself. We believe she had help. We know that they are alive.
Hopper sought full custody in 2016 after growing worried about Ava's safety. Still, Catherine and Ava disappeared before the court procedure could finish. 7 months later, in April 2016, Catherine's silver 2014 Ford Escape was discovered left abandoned in a San Antonio park. Ava is supposedly 15 years old now, and Hopper has complete legal custody. Witness accounts and sightings. There have been reported sightings of Ava and Catherine in Florida, where Catherine allegedly attempted to hand Ava over to another couple. Similarly, recent photos and videos of Diddy's adopted daughter have sparked discussions about a potential connection, given the resemblances in appearance and age.
Really deep similarities. And if you go watch the video, the whole video, Ava actually claimed that, he just randomly found her on the street, which is,
Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
Catherine has a felony warrant for violating child custody. News Nation met with the adopted and reared apart elder daughter of Catherine. She voiced concern about Catherine and Ava. The overlapping details between Ava Baldwin's disappearance and Diddy's adopted daughter cannot be ignored. Whether it's the name, age, timeline, or shared signs of distress, the pieces of this puzzle are intriguing, leaving us all to wonder if Ava Baldwin could be hiding in plain sight. San Antonio police still handle Ava's case. Hopper is still hopeful, citing documented sightings of Ava and Catherine, one in Florida, when Catherine supposedly tried to hand custody to a couple in 2016. Hopper and his family often post notes on a special Facebook page, hoping Ava might come across it eventually and understand how sorely she is missed. It's difficult to see my brother through this, Fulbright remarked. All he has ever wanted is a family. He is entitled to have his daughter in his life.
I want to know, where has this little girl been? Because we haven't seen her in a while. So my detective skills, I went to find her TikTok and try to see the videos she's been posting. So all of her comments for all of her videos are all right. And this particular video that I'm about to show next, I don't know why, but us clairvoyant people, it really spoke to me. She basically said that this is where all your answers are. Showing Star Island. Is this girl trapped on Star Island right now so we can't see her? Can she not leave? What's going on? And you can go look at her page and see all the other, kind of in code things that she's posting. If this girl is on Star Island and that's where all our answers are, when is the trip? Because apparently that's where all the bodies are buried.
Hopper agrees that handling Ava's disappearance's ambiguity is taxing. There are days I question she's still alive, he said, but I always respond with hope, believing God is watching over her and that she'll come home one day. The matching name, comparable age, and overlapping chronology call questions. It's interesting that Ava disappeared in 2016, the same year Diddy's adoptive daughter apparently entered his life. Furthermore, the claimed shyness and anxiety symptoms in Diddy's kid would fit the tragedy of Ava's background.
I don't know about you guys, but that video and the way Diddy's acting raises so many questions. So many are asking, where's Ava Baroni Combs now? This is the most recent photo I found. There's another one I'm going to show you, which is this one right here. But sisters and Diddy are nowhere to be found.
We know that the couple that she tried to give Ava to, they contacted.
Yeah. I'll close that out. Well, all I know is, man, Wizard said ain't no party like a Diddy party. All I know, man, I'm gonna say like this. This dude is off the chain. when he do stuff, he do stuff. It's just the fact that I'm just glad they got him off the streets. So, with that being said, guys, I appreciate everybody for tapping in today, man. You know what I'm saying? Tapping into the live and everything. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Malone TV. Subscribe to my Twitch, Big Drill Boss. You know what I'm saying? We got the Big Drill Boss team and everything. I appreciate everybody for tapping in with me. Until the next one, yeah, I guess we're gonna end with a bang like that. So see y'all on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Deuces.